Known as the home for one of the wonders of the world, Peru is also known for the Andes Mountain, the Amazon rainforest, their desert landscape, and the beaches in Lima. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I spent a week in Peru, and in today's video I'll be showing you all the wonderful adventures and the diversity of Peru. So we started our journey to Lima, the capital of Peru, with a 2-hour flight. We had a layover in Panama for 2 hours, and then we had another flight which took us 3 hours into Lima. We landed in Lima at approximately 11 p.m. We then checked into our hotel, which was the Iberia Star of Miraflores, at around midnight, which didn't give us much sleep time as we had activities planned for the next morning very early. It is day 2, and today we are heading into Paracas, which is a 3.5-hour drive from Lima. We also had the pleasure of having a tour guide who educated us on Peruvian culture and history.
Okay, we don't have the paradisiacal areas like Jamaica, no, or the Caribe, no. But when in this case, this coast is cold, but in summer it's full of people. Okay, in this case, it's not.
Still heading to Paracas, along the highway, we could see a few of the desert landscape. After driving for 2 hours, we made a rest stop at this restaurant. We got some refreshments, we stretched our legs, and we even saw some ducks, and we just took some photos and took in the scenery. Finally, we made it into Paracas. Now, upon exiting the bus, we could already see a different side of Peru, and the weather was also great. Here, you can see our guides leading us to the waterfront where we were about to have our first activity, which was to visit the Ballestas Islands. These islands are known as the home of marine birds, penguins, and sea lions. And of course, our first sightings were the sea lions. Continuing the tour, we passed the Candelabra de Paracas. It is a well-known prehistoric geoglyph, and it is believed to be 600 feet tall. This is a part of Peru that is not often spoken of. Moving on to the other islands, it seemed as if all the penguins had migrated. We only saw one baby penguin. Can you imagine just being the only penguin, just being there all by yourself? It must be very sad. Along some other islands, we found some birds. We kept going and we saw some shallow caves. We saw other kinds of caves. And it was just a beautiful day to be on the water. On our way back, we saw this lonely sea lion just sunbathing, enjoying himself. Now we are heading back to Paracas, where we are about to have lunch. Upon arrival, we were served pisco, and pisco is a traditional drink of Peru. We even had live entertainment all throughout lunch. After 1 hour of lunch, it was time to travel to Ica, which is 1 hour away from Paracas. We got to Ica, and it was time to check into our new hotel, which was the Las Dunas Hotel. As much as I wanted to jump into the pool, it was time to quickly get ready as we were about to head out for activity number 2. As you can see, failed the fit check, so I just did this one instead. At this point, everybody was ready and it was time to head to the meeting point. So activity number 2 was doing buggy in the desert, and we all got geared up. We jumped in our buggies and the buggies were taking us to the desert. I was excited for this activity, and I think everyone was excited for this activity. The guide literally told us, prepare to scream. He didn't tell any lies. So now we are about to head to our first stop. We are about to jump out of the buggies and we are about to take some photos and then get back into the buggy. We are back on the buggies as we're about to head to stop number 2. At that point in time, I was convinced he was trying to scare us because we were not screaming enough on the second leg. Stop number 2 was much shorter than the first one as we were trying to head out to get the sunset in our photos. At this time, we could see the sun setting and we were like literally chasing the sunset. We wanted to get those sunset photos so badly. We got to the final photo stop and it was more beautiful than I could ever imagine. I took a few photos on top of one of the buggies and then quickly it was time for us to go sunboarding. With the sunset in the back and the adrenaline rush, this activity I give it a 10 out of 10. After everyone finished sunboarding, it was time for us to go grab dinner, and at this time I think it was maybe 7 p.m. or close to 7 p.m. We got to another section of the desert and we had dinner, we had wine, the food was great, and we ended the night in fireworks. Now this was just the activities of day 2. Stick around for our hike to Macchu Picchu and our other activities during the week. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next adventure.